Hi everyone, my name is Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk a bit about my top tips on how you can afford your horse. For a bit of background, I have owned and paid for my own horses since I was 16. Horses is really expensive. I have two and a half, and I always have to find some ways to make sure that I don't overspend on my horses. So tip number 1, have a look at where you are boarding your horse. This is one of the most expensive parts that will be recurring every single month. So have a look at the barns around you. Don't go too far out with your barn because then you will have to drive there and that will be an expense in itself. So have a look at the barns that are quite close by. What can they offer you? Really figure out what are the necessities. So what are the necessities? What do I really need? And what are like the more luxury items? Do I really need an indoor arena, or could I manage with an outdoor arena and then trailering to an indoor arena twice a week maybe? So have a look at that one. And I would love to know what you guys pay for your board at your barn. So please leave a comment down below and tell me, where do you live? What do you pay for your barn? Because that's really interesting. I pay around 500 bucks every single month, but they do everything for me, and they also are like really close by the city. They have both an indoor and outdoor arena. It's very beautiful nature. So, or maybe I pay actually around more of like 550 to 600 bucks every month. And that's more on the expensive side, I would say. But as I said, they do everything for me. So please leave a comment down below. Tell me, what do you pay? Where is your horse boarded? And what's included in your board? So yeah, that's tip number 1. So tip number 2, buy used tack. And then when I say buy used tack, I do not mean buy like nasty old saddle pads that are like really old and worn and teared and everything. I just mean that have a look what's online in your area, maybe for used saddles, used bridles, used rugs. The other day I bought 2 Horsewear Amigo rugs online on a site where they were used. They'd only been worn like 10 times. They were washed. Normal price for those 2 in store, completely new, I would have paid maybe 400 bucks. Now I only paid 150. So you can find really good bargains. Sometimes you can find tack with like the tags still on, which is like really great. Also, when I say buy used tack, make sure that you sell your old tack. So if you have tack hanging in the tack room, like a bridle you never use anymore, or saddle pads that you maybe bought and you used once or twice and you don't like the color anymore, sell it, because it's not doing you any good just sitting in the tack room. Tip number 3, have a look at leasing your horse. I know this can sound really weird because you've just bought a horse, you're owning your horse. Why would you want to lease your horse to another person? 2 single reasons for that one. 1, you might not have time to ride 5 times a week. Instead of your horse just standing in his stall, give him something to do and lease him to another rider. Reason number 2 might be that you are an inexperienced rider. Your horse has the skills, but you might be a bit more inexperienced. Instead of having your trainer or paying for someone to ride your horse and train your horse, you can see if there's a more experienced rider at your barn or close to your barn that want to lease your horse maybe once a week. You will make a small amount of money and your horse will get trained at the same time. Because, I mean, to be honest, we never have time to ride our horses 6 times a week. At least I don't. So yeah, that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, have a look at what you're feeding your horse. And now I don't mean that you all should go out and starve your horses. That is not what I'm saying. I am just saying that have a look at what you're feeding them, because a lot of people feed their horses like they were these like Grand Prix champion horses when they're just being ridden like 3 or 4 times a week. You do not need to give your horse 15 different supplements and like loads of different grain mixtures and stuff. You really don't need that. Your horse, what your horse really needs is a really good hay and then maybe some grains. So of course I'm not saying, oh, you shouldn't give supplements to your horse. So if your horse has respiratory issues or joint issues, of course you should give them some sort of supplement for that, but they do not need 10 or 15 different supplements every single day to be fine. A lot of the times the horses just pee those supplements right out, so you've wasted your money in a sense. So make sure that what goes in, they really need it. Contact an expert, have them calculate on your feeding chart, like what values does my hay have, and then what do I need to top that one off. So have a look at that one. So those were my top 4 tips. I'm thinking of turning this into a series. So if you would like to see more, or if you would like me to go a bit more deep dive into one of the subjects, then just leave a comment down below and I will know. Yeah, I hope you liked it. I really would like to hear how much you pay for your horse every single month, and how much does it cost you to board, and where do you live. So please leave a comment down below and then we can have a discussion and maybe we can figure something out, because it would be really interesting to see, like, in the States you pay this, and in the UK you pay this, and I live in Sweden and I pay this, and this is what I get for my money. So yeah, just leave a comment down below and we will have this discussion. If you like what you see here, and if you would like to follow my life with my horses, then hit the subscribe button and we can stay friends forever. Yay. I'm a bit weird. God, I'm thirsty. I don't know what filming does to me, but I can't like talk normally. I get this like bubble in my throat and then I think I speak like a frog. But I need my water and I'm so sweaty. These lights are like killing me. So yeah, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, tell me what you paid for your horse, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!